Understand.
I'd like to explain to you the importance of vitamin D for our body. Vita is life, amin is protein. So a vitamin is a very important element for our lives. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means that if you don't have enough fat in your body, or if you don't eat enough fat, vitamin D will have a problem. It will not be able to function so well. Remember that. It's a fat-soluble vitamin that is mainly made through exposure to sunlight. So if we sit in the sun, we make enough amounts for vitamin D for our bodies. There are also other sources for vitamin D in our food, like from fish, cod liver oil, some sorts of milk and butter, especially if they are fortified. Fortified means added to it something else, and in this case fortified with vitamin D. So read always on the packs and see if the food is fortified with a good element like vitamin D. You can also get vitamin D from supplements, especially if you live in a place where there isn't enough sunlight. You can always rely on supplements. So why is vitamin D important for our health? It's very important for the health of our bones, because if we don't have it, we don't have enough calcium in our bones, and I'll explain later why. And it's also important for other systems in our body. Our immune system depends on vitamin D for many processes. So if you don't have enough vitamin D, you get often sick, like with viral infections, bacterial infections, and also on the long run, we found out that people deficient in vitamin D can have higher risk for cancer. Our nervous system is also depending on vitamin D for many vital processes. That's why people who don't have enough vitamin D can experience symptoms of depression. Our intestinal functions also need vitamin D and calcium. That's why people who have problems with vitamin D can suffer from problems with absorption of food, chronic constipation, or problems in general with their colon. We've also found out that vitamin D plays a role in prevention of multiple sclerosis, diabetes, types 1 and 2, glucose intolerance, and hypertension. So let's see how vitamin D works in our bodies. Imagine that you're on holiday, you're sitting in the sun with your chest, back, and arms exposed. You have no sunblock on your skin, and you're enjoying a relaxed time. If you've been eating omega-3 and omega-6 fats in your food, that's very good. It will protect you against sun burns, but it will also help your skin make better amounts of vitamin D. Now, your skin is making, under the influence of ultraviolet rays, vitamin D, and this will go to your liver because it's not so active. In the liver, using the healthy fats, vitamin D will become vitamin D2, but it's still not an active form. That's why it goes to the kidneys, and healthy kidneys can transform it into D3, and that's the active form of vitamin D. This is the form that can do the job to go pick up the calcium. Now you've been drinking calcium in your milk or cheese. So the building blocks of calcium that you eat in your food and drink in your milk goes on vitamin D3 and then get transported into your bloodstream to the organs that need it and gives them out. These organs are your bones, your brain, your immune system, your intestines again. So many organs need your calcium, and it's only possible through vitamin D3. So in order to have healthy levels of vitamin D or vitamin D3, you need to sit in the sun, have enough omega-3 and omega-6 in your diet, have a healthy liver and healthy bile, have healthy kidneys, and with all those organs working together, you will be having enough vitamin D3 in your body. Otherwise, you will have a problem with it. So why do we sometimes get too little vitamin D in our bodies? When does that happen? One reason is not having enough sunlight, because we are too scared of having skin cancer, or because we don't want to get a sunburn. Also because we're too busy working, so there's no time to go in the sun. Another reason is that some people have cultural reasons or religious reasons to cover their bodies, and then they don't expose to enough sunlight. Also, some people are too scared of cancer, so they use too much sunblock on their bodies, and then there's no chance for the ultraviolet rays to get into your skin and make your body make vitamin D. If you eat too little fat in your diet, or the wrong fats in your diet, then you will end up having a problem with vitamin D. If you have too much stress in your life, you make too much cortisol, and then the cortisol is responsible for blocking the action of vitamin D. If you have dark skin, like me, or darker, then you need to sit longer in the sun to get healthy amounts of vitamin D. So very dark-skinned people need much longer time in the sun to make enough vitamin D. If you're breastfeeding, you might need extra vitamin D using supplements, you and your child as well. If you're suffering from any health problems, especially liver disease and gallbladder problems, if you have chronic kidney disease, parathyroid or thyroid problems, or intestinal problems in general, you could be having problems with your vitamin D. So talk to your doctor about checking your vitamin D in the blood if you have any of these diseases. I wish you all the best. This video contains general information about medical conditions. The content might not be suitable for everyone and should not be treated as such. Always consult your doctor before using medications. The medical information is provided without any warranties or legal obligations to those who might apply them.